Hi everyone, it's Christian here back at the Enclave. So today we got one of the last few stock market 101 classes. So if you did like it, make sure you leave information in the feedback down in the comments. And yeah, no, definitely excited to be wrapping this up and getting to the next topic. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about how a stock really increases wealth, right? And how you can a stock can make your money grow. And so there's two ways that you can make your stock or how you can make your money grow in the stock market. One is about dividends, which I covered about a week ago, and the next one is just about growth. But what if there's not a dividend? And so, like there was, we talked about last week, a dividend is the amount of money that companies will actually pay you out for holding a stock. But what if there's no dividend? What's the reason to even have a stock if it doesn't pay you to have that stock? And so, investors call that is a growth. And you're investing in the growth of the company. So, let's take, for example, Apple with AAPL's ticker, and ticker is that little symbol. It usually is like a 4-letter thing or 3, depends on the company. And so Apple, now it pays a dividend, but before, a few years back, it did not pay a dividend. And so let's just pretend that it does. And so what is going to cause this stock to grow? Well, let's look at history. And history is a big indicator of how a stock is going to do. Apple, when it first started, sold like computers. Like that's what they were known for. And anyone that's like an Apple person, like genius, I mean, I'm just going based off of what is known. Apple first started with computers, and it made the company some profit. And people started to see then were saying that, oh, maybe, this is making the company some money. Maybe I should invest in Apple. And so that made the company more valuable, which kind of made the stock price go up because people started purchasing these stocks. And so as that happened, the stock prices moved up. Now the company is being more innovative. The company has more access to more resources, etc. And so now, fast forward a few years, and now we have this new thing. It's called the iPod. Now, some of you that were alive in that generation, I know we might have some young folk. The iPod came out, and that was like, wow, innovative. And so when the iPod came out, now this company has 2 products, and people are buying and they're saying, oh, you know what? They just came out with this new product. The company is growing. They're making a lot of money from this new product. I should invest in Apple. I should invest in Apple. I should invest in Apple. And so what that did to the company was it just skyrockets the company. It's growing. And so if you bought the stock before, right when it was available at, let's say, $5, then the computer comes up. Now the stock price, shimmies up to $10. You've already made 100% of your profit. Now, when the iPod comes out and the company just keeps on growing, that $5 has now turned into $20. Now multiply that by 100 shares, which I've gone over. A share is a piece of that company. And if you have 100 and you bought them all at $5 a piece, that's $500 that you invested, which now has turned into, I said, let's say $20. $20 each, 20 multiplied by 100 is $2,000. You've had a $1,500 increase in gains. And that's a lot, those people that might have bought after the computer, maybe bought more at $10, they still made about 100% increase. And so now we move on to the next piece, which a few of you might have guessed But the next product that Apple was really notoriously known for is the iPhone. And so now here, this is this big thing. The iPhone was super popular. I got an iPhone pretty late in the game, but I mean, I knew it was popular. All my friends had it. The iPhone would be the next great innovative piece of technology. You know, looks exactly like the iPod, except has a home button, you know, whatnot. And actually, there was like generations of the iPod, iPod Nano, iPod Touch. And so this just makes the company, you know, company's revenue. They're selling iPhones, and then the iPod is still kind of, you know, out there. Computers are still out, the Mac, as you know, and then they, you know, continue designing and creating better products. And so as the company is making more revenue, making all these new products, the company just grows and it skyrockets the price now to the point where it is currently at $115 a share. And so that's where it got to, and I'm pretty sure the stock split, which means that it was probably, like if you had 20 shares, it went to 40 shares because they split it in half. Some people are making a lot of money off of just the growth. And folks would say that Apple's not really a growth stock anymore, but it still does give that dividend, which is really cool. But yeah, so if you have any questions about any stocks that you might be looking at, or have any questions about like research or whatnot, definitely leave those in the comments below. If you did like, you know, this section on how your money could grow, that's, you know, I really appreciate it. And I want to do one on, you know, how people can lose money as well, because I just feel like it's fair. You have to know, you know, you can make money, but there's also the risk of losing money. Not as bad as gambling. I'm here in Las Vegas, living in Las Vegas. So we got, you know, casinos and whatnot. But definitely keeping in mind, you know, there are always risks to investing. You can minimize those by studying and doing homework and, you know, really doing your research. So I hope you have a wonderful week and everyone's staying healthy. Yeah.